Look out, Hillsborough County. We got a bureaucrat that's trying to identify as honest. He is anything but. Because if he was truly honest, he would call out all the dishonest people that share the board with him. He doesn't have the guts to call out all the big money on the board, so he'll just go ahead and pick at old Ken Hagen, because old Ken Hagen's like a dead horse. His career's already over. So let's take a look at this golf trip, shall we? Von Ayers, Ken Hagen, and Chris Farkas all got a trip to the Masters Golf Tournament, paid for by Horrorous Construction. And then about a month later, there was a no-bid contract awarded to Horrorous Construction by the school board. They did a land swap deal there. It was everywhere over social media. And then suddenly, out of the blue in the fall, Josh Woostel, aka What the Weasel Woostel, took a notion to it. Well, this was all bureaucratic theater because he wanted to become the chairperson. He went ahead and called out Ken Hagen as being corrupt. And don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Hagen. I've seen what Hagen has done. What I'm telling you, Mr. Woostel, is if you're going to call out corruption, call out all of the corruption. Why is Josh Woostel, only going on about Ken Hagen and Von Ayers corruption when there's so much corruption on the board of Hillsborough County Commissioners? Christine Miller took $20,000 from Eisenhower Property Group, his many LLCs, as did Chris Bowles. Josh Woostel, why won't you call them out? Why won't you write a letter about their corruption to the governor? Because they're not the chairperson, and Woostel at the time was trying to be the chairperson. Even Ken Hagen back in the day took money from Eisenhower Property Group, but again, Woostel is quiet on that fact because it doesn't benefit him. If he was to call out Ken Hagen for corruption and he actually meant it and it was nothing more than bureaucratic theater, one would ask themselves, why do both men, Josh Woostel and Ken Hagen, both have the same political consultant? If you're calling Ken Hagen corrupt, by default, you must be corrupt because you're taking advice from the same political consultant. The same consultant that gave bad advice to Chad Chronister back 4 years ago when he told him to arrest that preacher because that political consultant is pro-mask. I'm just a guy on the sidelines watching it all go around. I like to see what I'm seeing because now they're turning on each other, and that's what we've needed them to do this whole time because they know more dirt on each other than me and you will ever find. You know just as well as I do, just like you said about Ken Hagen and Von Ayers and their golf trip. What they did might not be illegal, taking money from Eisenhower Property Group, but it darn sure ain't ethical. I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America, and I really miss the Three Stooges. And if you miss the Three Stooges too, turn into the Hillsborough County board meetings. Josh Woostel and Ken Hagen have got it going on there. You'll laugh just like the Stooges are back on the TV.